I'm Matt Harbison. I'm a member of the Barnard Astronomical Society, the interim treasurer at the moment, but really just a member at large. This week, several members of the Astronomical Society came out to Marathon, Texas for these dark skies. Now, you're not going to believe this, but right now it's raining. And it's kind of like your wedding day when it rains. It's good luck when you're trying to see the stars. I don't know. I'm just trying to make myself feel better because it's raining right now. But when you come out to West Texas, you need a great place to stay. And it's awesome when you have some place that caters to astronomers. So I'm here at the Marathon Motel and RV Park, which has all the amenities for you to stay all week. And I'm going to briefly go over what's here. You can see the beautiful courtyards behind me. This place is beautiful. You see the RV park just over there, and I'll walk you over and show you the rooms in just a second. And then we'll move over to the Visual Observatory and finish up with the Imaging Observatory. But right now, I just want to bring on Danny Self, owner and operator of the Marathon Sky Park and Motel.
Hello.
So when folks come out here, Danny, how much does it cost to stay in a room?
Well, the room rate started about $113 a night.
Okay.
And we've got 11 motel rooms and 24 RV spaces. We just added some RV spaces just recently, 5 new ones. So, yeah, so we've got, between the rooms and the RVs, we can accommodate pretty much whatever. Okay. And then for the astronomy, of course, you mentioned the visual and then the astrophotography, and we've also got pads available for our guests. Visiting astronomers.
Very good.
So, yeah.
And but so a little bit camping as well, correct?
There's camping as well.
How much is camping a night?
$15.
$15. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Yeah, we've got guest bathrooms and, and all that. So, yeah.
Very good.
But to give you an idea, just a little bit about the motel, it's 80 years old, and I've got a little bit of trivia for you.
Okay.
It's 80 years old, and it was built and established in 1940 and been in continuous operation ever since. I took it over in 2000. This day, August 12th of 2000.
Well, that's awesome.
So,
what a coincidence.
so that makes it kind of fun.
Nice.
So here we are. So it's a little anniversary. So this day, August 2000.
Very good.
And then we put in this courtyard that you're seeing.
Awesome.
In 2001. So yeah.
Now tell us about your love of astronomy.
Well, I got started, of course, as you mentioned, we've got one of the darkest skies out here, one of the darkest skies in the country. And when I first came out, the motel actually was lit up with mercury vapor lights everywhere. And so you could actually see the nighthawks dipping in and out of the light dome from the mercury vapor lights. Well, then we had the power company turn them out. And they said, because of the moratorium with McDonald Observatory, if you turn them off, you can't have them back. Sure, no problem. And that was a reality check.
Yeah.
Suddenly, I discovered that on moonlit nights, you could sit out here, read a book, and get a tan.
Sure.
But when the moon went away, it was black.
Absolutely.
And, and there's all the stars out like nothing I've ever seen. And that's what kind of got things started. And of course, in a sky like this with that many stars, what do you do with them? But then people like yourselves started coming out and started kind of this introduction of, of the night sky. And, and then it just took off from there. And I would sit out there with the big telescopes, ultimately, and with my pocket sky atlas and start identifying the constellations and with that 24-inch that we have, started finding things and it took off from there. So we've started putting more emphasis on the astronomy than anything else that we've been doing.
Well, let me just say, as a member of the observatory team down there, but also somebody that comes out here every year, thank you for what you do for astronomy. And you're an unsung hero.
Well, thank you for coming out and making it all happen, because I couldn't do it without people like yourselves.
And I know you and I could sit here and talk all night, but I know these folks want to see the park. So without further ado, I'm going to walk around and give them a tour. Thank you.
Sounds great.
Okay, so now I'm going to walk around. I'm going to show you the rooms. You can see this beautiful courtyard. I'm going to flip the camera here. So here's a courtyard. Let's see if I can make that a little bit wide screen. There we go. Can you see that better? Let's see. How's that?
Yeah, it looks good.
Okay. So here's the courtyard. Again, there's the office. They have this iconic Marathon Motel sign over here. You might have seen a photo with the Milky Way behind it. That's the real thing. And again, this beautiful courtyard. So I'm going to walk through here and show you the rooms. I understand my video is probably not great while I walk, so I'm not going to talk much. I'm just going to get to the places. we are headed to the Visual Observatory now. And you see all the lights here, down lights are covered. Here's two of the rooms. Now, if you get downtown and you found you had too many tacos or cocktails, you can call the Marathon Motel Uber, which is right here. It's a rough ride. And here is some more RVs over on the side here. Here's mine and Dennis's room. We're staying in Kevin on the end. And we're walking here to the Visual Observatory now. So this is the Sky Park proper. You'll see there's windscreens, light screens, a giant field with nothing but sky above you. It's normally not clouded. And you can come and put your telescope out there. And this gentleman is Bill Ramey. Bill,
Hi,
how are you, sir?
I'm doing well, Matt. And how about yourself?
I'm doing great. Thanks, Bill. So I see you've got two giant telescopes behind you.
Yes.
And these are for visual observers to come and look through.
Yes, we have a 24-inch Dobsonian, and we have a 20-inch. And behind the 20-inch, we have a 6-inch and 13.
That's awesome. Wonderful. And you get these out when it's a nice dark night, close to the full moon.
It's really a great time. I remember in December 21st when Jupiter and Saturn were in alignment. There were more than 35 people here in a line, and they could only be at the telescopes 2 minutes.
Wow.
And then they would go to the back of the line, and no one left.
Wow.
It was great.
Wow. And you can see we've got ladders here for you to walk up and look through these giant telescopes. It's really quite something to see. I can honestly say, oh, there's a bomb too. I can honestly quite say that looking through the 24-inch or the 20-inch is a life-changing experience for an astronomer out here under these dark skies.
Well, especially with children.
Yes.
Parents who have children,
Yep.
because they get first billing.
Sure.
When there's children here, I want to make sure that they see
Sure.
the sky.
Bill, let's walk over to the imaging and observing pads. Tell us a little bit about these imaging pads.
Well, there's 3 concrete imaging pads.
Or
and,
visual observing pads.
yeah, people come, and the amenities include electricity and also Ethernet. We have
Oh,
Ethernet right
nice. Ethernet, okay.
here. And then, of course, you see the field, and on this box out here, I do supply links of Ethernet line, so if anybody wants to plug in, they can and out here.
And then they can monitor their system from their rooms.
Absolutely.
So it's kind of a one-stop shop. You come out here, you put your telescope up, you put a table up, and you're able to image all night from your room if you choose to. That's pretty awesome. And it's a safe place here. We've been coming since 2017, and we've never had any issues here. We've left our equipment up all night, and it's been fantastic. So
Yeah.
and folks come and now tell us about the pads, because the pads they do come if you rent a room or an RV spot, you
Right.
get a pad for free.
Right.
You just have to reserve it.
Exactly.
If you're
staying
camping,
somewhere else, then it's $15.
$15 a night. Okay. So that's pretty amazing for a place to have a nice solid foundation. Now, we found a long time ago, if you're going to image from this, you don't need to put your computer on it. You need to put your computer off of the pad, of course. Put your telescope on the pad, or what a lot of people do, like this smart gentleman, put his telescope off the pad, and he had a nice scorpion-free pad here to sit on and to stand on and to work from his computer.
Yeah.
So
The scorpions are our friends here.
they are.
Yeah.
I think we had a scorpion hunt the other night and found 28 scorpions. Dennis, 28 scorpions? 28 scorpions,
Tiny,
that's right.
though. Tiny ones.
So I want to just, Bill, I'm going to step in front of you here a second.
Okay.
I'm going to show everybody the lot. So you can see this giant lot where you can put your telescopes. If you're observing and you want dark skies, you don't want to deal with the lights of the imagers, you can get in the back of the park here, and you don't have to worry about that. But we had close to, I guess, 30 people in the lot, in the yard, a couple nights ago. It was fantastic. And all these folks, you know, the nice thing about being in astronomy, everybody's kind of spread out already. So during the pandemic, that's a plus. Now, these two buildings are our observatories. The observatory on the left is the round clamshell observatory, and the observatory on the right is the newer observatory that rolls off the roof. So, Bill, you tell us a little about
Yes,
these.
the clamshell observatory is where I have my scope, and I'm all by myself out there at night.
Okay.
And it's wonderful.
Okay.
Because when the shells open, I see the
I
beautiful
gotcha.
sky.
Now, there
above me.
was another person in there, wasn't there?
No,
Will it take two? Just one person?
well,
Okay.
it could take two people,
Okay.
but I'm the only one there. And since I oversee the property, that's one of my amenities.
I understand. That's a good thing. And so this tower here, tell us what's going on here.
Yeah.
Other than there are cameras everywhere here.
Yeah, at the very top, that's the backbone for the 5G Wi-Fi that we're just starting to set up.
Okay.
And then the camera below that you see rotating,
Yep.
that's a live feed at 24/7 of the horizon. Of course,
Okay.
at night you can't see it, but that gives remote astrophotographers what does the clouds look like, or the
Sure.
lack of them.
Sure. So if you want to know what it looks like, you can just hop on there and
Exactly.
check it out.
And then the Star Dot camera is the icon of this motel, I think. Some people tell me that they have this as their screenshot. I know.
See,
And-
these beautiful mountains. And what are these mountains
Yeah.
back here?
These are the glass mountains.
Glass mountains.
And then the camera is shooting toward the windmill and the iconic southwestern Texas house.
Okay. So let's take a step back here, Bill. Tell me about this observatory here.
Okay, we have some instruments that surround the observatory.
Yep.
First of all is the Davis Weather Station,
Sure.
and that's live at Marathon Sky Park. Here it's in repair right now, but it should be up tomorrow. This is an all-sky camera.
Okay.
And you have a 180-degree view, close to 170-degree, I guess, view of the night sky. So astrophotographers like yourself, Matt, you come online, you look at the sky and say, I don't think I'm going to image tonight. So
Sure.
that's good. And then over here is Sky Alert on this corner.
Okay. And now what is Sky Alert? Tell everybody what Sky Alert is.
This package contains a number of instruments for wind, clouds, humidity, rain, which we're experiencing now, and some other things. And so the roof is always trying to open, but if the perimeters are not met, it will not open.
Okay.
And that's Sky Alert that does that.
Okay.
And you'll notice that up there, the anemometer is barely spinning right now.
A little bit of wind.
Just a tad
Sure.
of wind.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, let's go inside. I know everybody wants to see inside.
And may I also show before we enter, we do have fiber optics being fed into the observatory.
Oh, wonderful. Well, I can attest to the bump in speed. That was a wonderful addition.
All right, welcome to my second home. I'm going to open up the roof just a bit. Put a little bit of light in here, and let me take Sky Roof offline so we don't get alarms.
Sure.
Right, in this observatory, we have 6 astrophotographers. The scope that you're looking at present is Matt Hardison's scope. Beautiful, beautiful. Look how nice and neat he has all of his wires.
Okay, you made me blush, Bill.
Dennis Sprinkle is the scope, this scope, and it's really identical to Matt's.
Very close, very close.
And you notice how Dennis is a architect,
He
engineer.
is.
Look
Dennis is
at
a
his,
true artist.
Yeah, look at all of his core. I mean, just
And I think,
meticulous.
Dennis, you're going to come and slew the telescope for us. Did I hear that? Let's see if he hears me.
I don't know.
You're gonna come slew your telescope for us to
Yeah,
show everybody the
come on in,
movement? Okay.
We do it remotely, but you have my phone.
So you see we have these computer stations at each station that control the cameras, and we dial into those. There you have it. Now let's look at some of these other instruments in here. This is another gentleman's telescope, and you can
Yes.
see a C11 on there and another TAC 106. This is the N model on an Astrophysics 1200.
Mhm.
And then back here we have an industry person. We won't say names just so we don't put anybody on the spot, but they do testing from this rig to help you do astrophotography. And I promise you, you probably know who I was talking about. And this is Larry Roy's telescope. Beautiful William Optics 132. It actually used to be mine, and Larry purchased it from me, so I miss it. It's kind of my baby. He asked me to sign it, and I just can't bring myself to write on it. And then we have another telescope here. This is really exciting. The observatory is about to get a new addition, so we're gonna birth this baby sometime this week and put a new plane wave in here. So we're very excited. Now, I know we could go on and on about this place, but I'm imagining that you probably have lots of questions for us. So Bill, you come over here on this side of me,
Sure.
and we'll let some folks ask questions. David, can you monitor the questions and send them to us?
Sure, man.
Okay. So you can type it into the Facebook chat or the YouTube page, or if members have questions, just let us know.
So where's the new observatory?
Well, we hope there will be a new observatory. That's a question for Danny and Bill, and those things, they take time, but there's a hope for that.
Now, one thing while we're getting questions, this observatory is fully automated. So if the roof rolls open at night and let's say cloud cover comes, then it will close.
Any other questions?
I think we covered it too well.
Is the plane wave going to
Yeah.
clear the roof?
It is going to clear the roof.
Is it gonna be on that pier or is it gonna be on a shorter pier?
Oh no, it's going to be on this pier, but some things have to change there. So, yes.
Is it a 14-inch?
Oh, excuse me.
Is it a 14-inch? A 12 and a half?
No. It's a 12.5.
Okay.
Yep. David, can you see the Facebook chat or the YouTube chat? Are there any questions there?
I was looking on Facebook and I didn't see anything, but
Okay.
Good question.
Okay.
This is Amy. So I know down in that area, there's of course a push for it to remain dark sky and to keep, lights from infiltrating the space.
Sure.
What do you find is the most effective way to reach out to people to convince them why that's important? Because, we've got that problem here in Chattanooga around the observatory. How would we approach it? Is your best way in educating people about dark skies?
Yeah, repeat the question for me.
So what do you think is the best way to educate people about the dark skies and the need for dark skies? Did I sum that up okay, Amy? Okay.
The best way is to come out here, look at them, and you'll hate white light after that at night.
It really is something.
Yeah. Without white light, it's a beautiful, beautiful sky.
Yeah. And the Milky Way here in the just outside of the Sagittarius arm of the Milky Way, it actually looks like there's hair, if you can believe that. It's so dark. It really is something.
Yeah.
And hence the reason why it's built here
Yeah.
in Marathon.
How far off the center line for the 2024 eclipse is Marathon?
About 2 or 3 hours, and there are already
Okay.
plans for the astronomical, for members of the BAS to travel out, do the eclipse, and then come on out here for a week of imaging. So we'll be trying to plan that. Dennis and I come any chance we get, and we're always happy. We're glad Kevin joined us this time, but we're always happy to have new folks. And I can't stress enough, if you're an astronomer, you're missing out if you're not coming here every summer and every winter, because these skies are dark, the amenities are great, the little town's amazing, and the people here are just great. It's a fantastic place. We spent the day in Big Bend looking for the KT boundary and talking about pterodactyls and how it probably could pick me up, but maybe not. It was pretty awesome. Any other questions?
Going back to them on YouTube.
Okay.
Tony asked, where are you right now?
I am in Cygnus right now. I'm Cosmic Wrecking Ball on Instagram, Discord, Reddit, pretty much anywhere that makes me use a username, Twitter. So you can see my recent work, AstroBend. But I've been doing the Cygnus loop and trying to frame it a little bit differently. It's been a lot of fun. I've got another panel coming together now that I'll soon that I'll add to it shortly.
Are there plans to add a new roll-off observatory there?
We hope so. That's in discussion.
I guess it's depending on people wanting the space, right?
Oh, 1 second. What was that?
Sorry, Dave asked, is there any science being done there?
Science being done here.
Yes.
Well, we hope so. We certainly hope so. I mean, really, we need people to approach us about this, because most of the folks in here we're not scientists ourselves. We're amateur astronomers. We love astronomy. And Danny, thankfully, has approached it from that angle. He has brought people with a passion for astronomy together. And so now we just need people to approach us and say, hey, do this for us. We would love to do that. I think I'd speak for many of the people in here that would like to do research in astronomy, or research and work for people doing real science.
Yeah, now for myself, and we saw the clamshell earlier, I'm a comet hunter.
Oh, there you go.
So I want something named after me.
There you go. And hey, if you're listening and you're thinking, I want to go there and do science, then keep up with us. You can get to the website here at marathonskypark.com. You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on Facebook. We've got a Facebook page. And there's some updates coming to that very soon. Lots of things moving here. But I just can't stress enough how great of a place this is. Any other questions? Okay, who had a question here? What was your question? Did I miss one?
No, I was just commenting about the extra observatory roll-off building. I imagine it depends on how much interest in getting new tenants in those spots.
It really is. If people watch this video and flood us with requests to get in there, I think something would happen sooner.
Yes.
So I hope I don't. Yeah. I'm here, yes. So, there's lots of people. So and you can message marathonskypark.com, or you can send an email to the Marathon Motel from their website. That all gets to Danny, and he can see the interest that people might have in this observatory. But I can't stress enough just what a great experience this place is, and really just how amazing they cater to amateur astronomers. If I can't stress it enough.
Bring out your DSLR camera.
Yeah. This week we've seen probably, I don't know, close to 60 people in this field, different people out here doing wide field DSLR photography, people doing visual, people doing astrophotography, people learning how to do astrophotography. We had a gentleman who retired, bought an entire rig, had no idea how to use it, put it together, brought it out here, and just hoped somebody would be here. And we had him running and shooting Andromeda by the end of the week. Shout out to Gary. Any other questions before I let Bill go? I told him 6:30. I told him 7:30.
Any other questions?
Thank you, Bill and Matt. This is Ralph.
And one thing maybe you all have a question is, at night, the remote astrophotographers who live different places in the United States, how do they see their scopes? Well, we do have internal cameras inside this observatory. And then I'm here in case if they need help with anything.
So we're working on getting those up in one place so that other people can see them. But my website, spaceforeverybody.com, also has lots of the footage from cameras here and all the work that I've been doing. And Dennis Sprinkle at Rock Solid Photo also has lots of photos up. And you can search our AstroBin accounts, and you can see all of us on the Marathon Sky Park very soon. So, Danny, do you have anything else you'd like to add?
Y'all have got it covered.
Okay, well, if you guys don't have any questions, I'm going to let everybody go, and we're going to go sit out in the rain.
Hey, how's the food?
The food here is amazing. Let me tell you something. There's this little place down the road called Oasis, and if you come, you got to ask for Phoebe.
Oh, yeah.
And then you got to get the huevos rancheros. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
They,
The most important question is red or green. Oh no, but you're in Texas. Never mind.
It's red.
Breakfast burrito is great also.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Well, there's
And the
lots
biscuit
here.
and gravy.
There's a Pizza Hut,
There's-
a pizza place, and Susan actually does all of her own crust. It's called Big Ben Pizza.
Yep.
It's excellent. Absolutely.
We
excellent.
walk every day down for breakfast and coffee, and then we come back and kind of spend the day fixing things because we come, to work on our equipment. And then at night we're out under the stars. Actually, we had 5 clear nights before the last 2 rainy nights. So I mean, that's not bad. 5 to 2. I mean, I'll take that any day. And we might squeeze out one tomorrow, maybe even tonight. So I don't give up until it's over, because here I have seen it be completely cloudy and just open up clear.
Yeah, I thought somebody bought a new piece of equipment, and that's why the rain came.
I think that's a big scope behind me. I'm not claiming that. I'm not claiming that. Okay, we're going to go. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments, and we'll try to answer it over the next week, and we'll make sure this gets pointed in the right places.
Hey, Matt.
I just want to say thank you to Bill, and thank you to Danny for allowing us to do this tour of this wonderful place. And also want to say thanks to the Astronomical Society for letting us do this.
Thank you all for doing it. I appreciate that.
Yep. Okay.
See you, Bill. And Danny. Say hi.
Adios.
Thanks, guys.
Chris, you going to take us out?
Yes.